Going in hot.
Okay, good morning. I'll call the meeting to order. We have the agenda for us. Is there any?
Motion to approve.
I'll second that. I have a motion and a second to approve the agenda as presented. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Betty, if you would read the minutes of the August 28th meeting.
August 28, 2023, Chairman Cluse called the regular meeting of the Wright County Board of Supervisors to order at 9 a.m. Members present were Cluse, Rasmussen, and Helgebold. Motion by Rasmussen, seconded by Helgebold to approve the tentative agenda. Motion carries. Minutes of the previous regular meeting of August 21, 2023 were read and approved with 2 corrections. Approved claims for payment. Adam Clemens, Wright County Engineer, gave an update on the secondary roads. Blade operators were out regular blading, but were pulled due to lack of moisture. There were 7 work orders completed last week. One of the work orders was the replacement of bridge number 138 with a 126 CMP. Crews have now started on bridge 141B today on 210th Street, northeast of Holmes. Bridge number 53 on R59 south of Galt started backfilling last week and will continue to backfill today. Mowing of the paved routes is in progress for Labor Day weekend. Motion by Rasmussen, seconded by Helgebold to adjourn the meeting. Motion carries.
Any additions or corrections? Hearing none, they'll stand approved as read.
I do have a question on those bridges that you're doing. Is it supposed to be like a 4-to-1 slope or 2-to-1 slope on like where the culvert is going out into the ditch area? Or is that, they look really, really steep?
So they started out, we have a specific recoverable distance that we have to do, which is 0 on a low volume road, but we try to aim for 6. So it has to be a 4-to-1, and then we go down to a 2-to-1 after that, 2-to-1 or 1.5-to-1. So yeah, it could look really steep, but that's the only way to keep them inside the without having to buy right away.
Sure.
So we're right at on that one that you're talking about, right at the right away line.
Okay, and you know, to have the top, you know, to keep your road width, you know, and there's not a lot of room for right of way, and I didn't even think about the right of way room, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of them are like, it's really steep. If somebody goes off, it could be treacherous,
Uh,
but that's anywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it just makes it a longer process to try to buy right away.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
more expensive.
item number 4, approved claims for payment. Did you get those signed? Okay. Item number 5, open forum for public input. Will, did you have anything for us? Okay. You, Bob, or Jason? Brandon in. Item number 6. Carol Stephen Carlisle to give an update on changes to the economic development promissory notes for 3 entities and request authorization to prepare documents for making small changes of the note.
Good morning. What you have in front of you is an example of a promissory note with what's formerly known as Bidco and Belmont. My commission is asking for the names to be updated of the 3 agencies that we loan money to them at that name changes. No longer Bidco, it's now BGA, no longer Clarion EDC, it's now Clarion Alliance Development. So that will be a name change. We want to remove the date that the business must be established as of March 1st of 2020. That is really restricting the use of those funds for economic development purposes. And then we no longer report these funds to USDA. They are surplus funds from our loan that is owned by, so that is now reportable to USDA. Again, all the name changes, and then on the attachment, anything directly associated with COVID and public reporting would be removed also. My board is approved it with a recommendation to the board for approval. I'm asking this morning to allow me to work with the county attorney to draft the document. You get all 3 of them signed by the respective organizations, and then bring that document back to you guys for approval.
I'll grant that.
I'll second that.
I have a motion and a second to approve the changes for Daryl Stephen Carlisle to work with the county attorney on this promissory installment note. All those in favor say aye.
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 Thank you.
Motion carried. Thank you. Item number 7, review and act on tax abatement for missed disabled veteran homestead and missed military exemptions.
Okay, of course, tax statements went out and with that comes some situations. So the first one is the, missed disabled veterans
Okay.
homestead. And it, on those, they have all their taxes. They do not pay taxes on their property, so that would be 2,290, I think is what the number was, top
Okay.
right-hand corner.
Oh, yes, 2,290, okay. Do I need to
No, you
sign?
pay- No, no. And then the second one is the missed military credit. Military credits are 1,852 in assessed value. It's a credit to the valuation,
Okay.
and that equates to $78.
Taxes.
And yeah, that we would abate.
Diane.
No,
Okay,
Whoop.
I'd make a motion to approve, the disabled veteran homestead credit and the missed military exemption.
I'll second that.
So total tax implications would be
2,290 and
79,
78.
78,
Mhm.
okay. Did you second that? I'm sorry.
Yes.
I have a motion and a second to approve, the tax abatements for the missed disabled veterans homestead and missed military exemption. All those in favor say aye.
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 Motion carried. Item number 8, Adam Clemens, Wright County Engineer, secondary roads update.
Okay, last week, guys were out spot blading, still no moisture, but just where needed. Blades were also mowing the agribusiness park. They are telling us that they can't take the Schulte in there because of so many obstructions, so like the manholes and the water things are still 3 to 4 inches up. So I don't know if you guys plan to put dirt in there. Or,
Is it up from the curb too, or should I say?
I think it's curb level, but then it's
Yeah,
higher than the curb. So
Yeah,
that's
you've
the
got
issue.
manhole covers there and shut offs and,
Yeah,
yeah.
and it's not really a good established grass, and it's like a ditch grass. So I don't know what you guys wanna do there.
probably burn up right now, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, so just
Okay.
maybe something food for thought. If you want me to do it, our guys, I mean, we would just have to clean some ditches and put some dirt in. Obviously it's our right of way, so if that's something you want me to do, we can do that. But just kinda isn't our, I mean, our project, but
I got it.
it is our maintenance, so. But
All
we can
right,
talk about that.
food for
further.
thought.
Yep. And then also we were spraying the hard surface routes for cold flow, so any weeds that are coming up, they were out there spraying them. So leveling, the dusting, the gravel dusting, and then weed whipping box culverts on granular routes. Trucks were hauling, and then also mowing on hard surface routes for Labor Day. Completed 13 work orders. 4 of those were culverts, 7 service, and 2 to the sheriff's office service. Mowing is all done. Granular program, we have finally got a gradation, after 6 gradations, running 6 gradations with Wright materials. Finally came to a considered gradation that we'd like. So they're working on putting up a 5,000 ton pile right now for us that we can use to finish off the gravel in the northeast part of the county. We're going to sample every 1,000 tons.
Good.
To make sure that we're staying right there, and then probably back off from there. once we
That's
get-
as they're producing it.
As they're producing, we actually had Marcus go out at 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon and get a sample.
Good.
Because we told them we wanted to take the sample.
Good.
So he went and did that, and he's running the gradation as we speak. It looked really good. There's a lot of big stuff in there. The last grade, when we ran the gradation, it was right where we needed it to be.
Okay.
So, the scheduled gravel, rock dusting for next year's gravel is completed already, and then construction, they're still backfilling. They're getting closer and closer to the top, so they'll be looking at paving maybe towards the end of the week. And then Bridge 141B, the guys are currently working on that one. The pipe is over halfway bolted together. This is kind of that's a large, it's an adult erector set, essentially. It's 4 sides. It's called a multi-plate. So there's probably anywhere from 50 to 75 bolts per plate. So there's 4 plates all the way around. So we're having to just hand do each one of them. So I'm good going that way. And once they're done with that, they'll start hauling 3/8 minus from Voss Pit. We got a good price on the 3/8 minus because it's kind of their byproduct from making limestone.
So
So
you bet it in that?
we'll backfill it.
Back.
We bet it in 1-inch clean.
Okay,
So that's all I have.
Right.
So once that one's complete, then they'll move to 137, which is on 190. And then we'll move back to 141A.
is there been, have they done anything with up on, I forget what road it is, but Marty Branch Road, I call it. They were gonna have the natural gas pipeline come through there and they were gonna open cut that road. Did that happen or has
I
it?
think they're currently working on a large project there. I don't think they've cut through the road yet.
Okay,
So-
but that is the plan,
I
correct?
do believe at
Okay.
some point they're gonna have to open cut that because it's a very large pipe going through.
Right.
So,
They hadn't as of Friday. they-
yeah, so they're going, I mean, there's like 3 crossings right there as they're going down.
Yeah,
They're essentially out in the field. If you go out there, it's a,
I get a kick out of all the, Marty took me out there, he goes, yep, you got topsoil, and they have signs on the top, topsoil.
that's wrong. Yeah, they did their strip salvage and then they're gonna spread it. So I mean,
Yeah.
when they're putting their pipes out, it's a
It's
production.
it's piles, I mean, they're huge.
So, yeah, they had probably the biggest caterpillar that I've seen, excavator on top, just piling it up.
Yeah. When they were working, he was all the way down, and then when he dumped, it would still dust. I mean, it is so dry. I mean, it's a good time for them to
Yeah.
try to do this, but wow.
Yeah, Nate and I went out and made contact with them. Nate, we're just to make a contact because it is a larger production for utility.
Will they bore under, K? Okay.
Okay, that's all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else?
I have nothing, I had no meetings.
Carl, anything?
I had no meetings.
Okay. I had, a building families meeting. I'm meeting actually this afternoon with, Mark Thompson and, Dennis Guth concerning, early childhood education and the concerns in the governor's combining things. It sounds to me like, instead of having each county having their own program, it sounds to me like they're gonna probably try and combine this into districts too, so it'll be a kind of a cluster, I think, for a while. So we're gonna talk to the legislators to see if they can do anything to help us keep it localized, because I think more than likely it would move to a larger region such as Fort Dodge would be the head of it. And what do people from Fort Dodge know about childcare and early childhood development in Wright County?
Hey, Dean, also, when you're there meeting with them, they want to do the same thing with public health. Instead of having 99, they'd like to see a regionalization of that, and that's something we really don't want to see. We want to keep that as local as we can.
Okay, I will mention that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Do you have a drainage meeting this afternoon?
We were scheduled for a drainage meeting with Summit Carbon Solutions at 1 o'clock. But that has been canceled because they had a conflict.
Okay,
And so now it looks like it will be rescheduled for the week of, the 18th. Is what it's looking like now.
okay.
Motion to adjourn.
Second,
I have a motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
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 Hey, Carl,
Yep,
before you go, when you come back through, will you stop at the courthouse? Amanda needs to talk to you.
Okay, yep, will do.
Thank you.
Okay.